recording button to enter in on this. You have you seen Donald Trump's tariff maneuvers? Their tariff ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dumb joke. So let's get this right. Donald Trump threatened tariffs, and he claims that we got things that were already getting done.
We already had, yes. Now, people unaware of this fact should know that there was a $1.3 billion border deal that Canada signed with us, in addition, with providing additional border security, providing funds and troops to mitigate border issues and the flow of drugs. He's hailing this as a win. This has already been in place. Biden has long since secured up to 50,000 Canadian agents working at the border. This is a non factor.
And Mexico is responding by sending 10,000, I think, National Guard to the border, which is down from the 15,000 he got in 2019 without threatening tariffs.
Yep.
I think
And it's
what
only
we're.
temporary, too.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what this translates to is Donald Trump is playing a game of chicken for hundreds of billions of dollars of Americans' money. He did not do the tariffs like he said that he was going to. He did not even illustrate what he wanted out of the tariffs. And so anything that's happened, be it now or in the past 2 months, he's just claiming this is what we got for it. And his stupid as hell followers are just going through with it. Like, oh, yeah, he got them to back off. He got Panama to back off. So Panama's like another one. I don't know what Trump supporters think that he's gaining from Panama. They're like, oh, Chinese influence is lost. Okay, they don't build ports there. China companies own ports all across the United States. All across the United States. And he's like upset that they're building these ports out of Panama. Obviously for them it's an easier deal for logistics, right? Panama has said that they're backing off of this. Do I actually think that they're going to stop intaking Chinese money? No, no, absolutely not. For the same reason, if the federal government was like, we don't want China to build ports here, they would just build them anyways. What are you going to do to stop them? So we're basically watching this guy run around screaming at everyone about tariffs like a crazy person, get nothing for the economic catastrophe looming over the stock market, and then claim a win when they don't do anything.
Yep. It's part of his playbook. Create a crisis that drastically upends people's livelihoods, makes the crisis look like it's a good thing. Remember, he said Americans are going to hurt, but it'll be for the better. And the crisis gets really fucked up. Then he caves and reverses his decision, and then they hail it as a win.
Yep. That's basically, I mean, that's what so that's the playbook, right? That's what happened with the bill that Elon stopped. Elon and Trump stopped. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That happened with that. It happened recently again, too. He did it with something else. So he's done it with the border and tariffs. He did it with, he hasn't done it with the war in Ukraine, but he's done it with a bunch of other stuff. There was another really big one he's done.
Obamacare.
Yeah, that's the playbook, right? That's the playbook. Create a crisis, solve said crisis, get nothing for solving it, boost your publicity. And that's pretty much the goal. And in the meantime, this is a dangerous game because this is playing with the United States economy. So he's basically just risking, like the stock market was set to drop over 600 points and he reversed course. It's been about even all day. He reversed course. I think that happened before the market opened. I could be wrong though. But it was set to open 600 points down. And he's like, oh, actually, we're going to pause that and reverse it. And I mean, just the, like, you have a lot of Canadians very mad. You have the Canadian government very mad. You have the Canadian premiers very mad. And they're issuing tariffs and retaliation against, in large part, even red states, which I appreciate being from a blue state because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. So that's kind of what we're working on right now is Donald Trump is basically manufacturing crisis, solving said crisis by doing absolutely nothing, literally doing nothing, and then taking credit for it. We also have, and this is another big one that's in the news, obviously, Elon Musk uh, has
Yes.
gotten into our Treasury Department. He is now threatening people with legal action. I don't know why he thinks he has any power here. He's threatening people with legal action, like being prosecuted, if they expose who actually works for Doge. Fun fact, it's like some 20-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. It's a gaggle of young teenagers, pretty much.
I want to be really clear on this. Elon Musk is sending in 20-year-olds. The range is like 19 to 24 to look at some of the most sensitive data in the United States government, where all of our payment systems are going. It's a coup. I don't know how you qualify it as any other way. It's a coup.
Yep.
And it's shockingly terrifying. What's more terrifying is nobody seems to be doing anything. I know for a fact Republicans are freaking out right now. I absolutely know for a fact congressional Republicans are panicking. And I said that before Jasmine Crockett confirmed it. They're in panic mode. They haven't said anything. But I just want you to think, if you're a Republican, you think for some reason this is good. None of these people have security clearances. What if Elon just sent in a Chinese spy?
Right. And now that data's out elsewhere in some computer utilizing people's funds,
Can
their
anyone explain
information,
that to me?
their identities.
Your information, all of it, social, everything, payments, whatever, is now in the hands of a bunch of kids. That's a terrifying thought.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really absolutely no way to justify this, handing it off to an unelected body. And just to point out, they cried. They cried. Absolutely cried when Biden was in there with an unelected bureaucracy. Remember? Could you imagine
Yes,
if the
but this is
headline
okay.
could you imagine really quick if the headline was George Soros
Mm-hmm.
sends in
Employs
team.
Parker, Harry, Dean, and
Yeah,
Chris.
employs my dude, employs Parker Harry Dean to go in to the Treasury Department and pull off all of the data of every payment that's been made in the last however long. Isn't that
Uh,
crazy? Isn't that crazy?
well, that's fine.
We don't know if the Treasury Department is secure. We don't know what access has been had. We don't know if these people are Chinese spies that have entered in some sort of hacking system that now have gained entry to the Treasury Department. It's unjustifiable. And you sound nuts if you think otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way to defend it, period. This is scary times. And it's unjustifiable. If it was George Soros or me or whoever else, oh, they went into that building, took that. You know what we would get? Probably prison for life. I'm talking 80x Florence, fucking stare at a wall for 24 hours a day. Chained up even in my cell. You would probably end up in Gitmo. And here we have it. They're just like, no big deal. No big deal. When we look back at the fall and decline of America, it starts here.
And in